We're on the close guard. Our opponent's with the knees on the floor. So I'm gonna open the lapel of my opponent. Okay, right here. So you can bring the hands on my chest, right? Usually your opponent's like this. Okay? So I'm gonna pass the lapel under his arm. And I want to underhook this arm right here. So I wanna force him to post the hands over my chest. But I already grabbed his collar. Okay? So I go with this hand here under his tricep. And then I'll hug his collar like this. I'll make the transition here. And I'll grab as deep as I can. Okay? Right here. So make sure you have a lot of slack here in the lapel. So your opponent's trying to go back to, yeah, go back, go fight. He's fighting, yeah, he's trying to stand up, but you're already having like the grip too deep. You see your chest is near his chest. So if you stand up like this, he's gonna lift you as well. And that's a great part of the technique. This hand right here, that's free, you're gonna pass on this side, okay? And then you control the collar as well, okay? So, go back. So you go here, look. Try to stand up. You're trying to posture up, try to push your neck. Sometimes your opponent's pushing your neck, like frame like this. That's when you go here, okay? You see that I give the hand, now I grab as a baseball bat. So I go with my other grip like this. So now I'm gonna bring down, okay? And now I use this leg to chop his knee, okay? And then I start going to his back. Okay. A great thing to do here when you're on the back like this, with your opponent with the belly on the floor, is to know how to control him, okay? For example, if Andy faces towards the camera, facing Andy, I'm gonna control this, the right leg of Andy. Okay, try turn Andy, try turn. I use my left foot on his thigh. Okay, try turn. See? If I don't do that, he's gonna turn and put on the half guard. You see, he's gonna start turning and then I'll miss. I cannot let my foot go here. I need to use my foot like this, okay? On his bottom leg. So that way, every time he's trying to turn to me, I'm always like with my leg there, okay? Even if I don't have the hooks, if I'm on the mount position like this, if I have only this leg, I never chill with my foot like this. I never let my foot goes over because then he's gonna recover to half guard. So I always shuffle my toes under his thigh, okay? If you turn the other side, you go turn the other side. Now it's the other leg controlling, go. I do the same thing on that, go. Same thing, okay? It's a lot of pressure. And at the same time I'm doing that, I'm searching for his neck, okay? So I'm here, go Andy, try to turn. So in the meantime, I'm going for his neck, defender neck. He's gonna be defending the neck, okay? So I can grab the collar here, and then I go with the other hand under, or even over, but under my other hand, okay? That's controlling the collar here. Now I start extending, and then I'll finish it, okay? You can do the no-gi choke, like rear naked choke, or just this choke right here, okay? I do like a reversal Americana too, sometimes my opponent's here, okay? I don't know if you ever see that. I used to do that when I was blue belt too. So blue belt probably will find yourself more in this situation here, okay? So try to turn. I need to use my weight on his lower back, okay? So I need to make sure I keep his belly on the floor. Usually my opponent's defending the neck, exactly, like this, and I open his arm like this, and now I go like this. Look, I grab here, and I go like this, and I'm finishing like this. In the meantime, he's trying to turn. I do this. I do like a reversal Americana, okay? So again, so I go across. You know, the Americana you go like this, right? But instead of going under, you go over and then go like this. And the other hand goes under. So there's reversal here. So I used to tap people out like that a lot. Okay. So now, you can get the choke as well. Again. So I'm here, controlling the collar. Make sure I pass both hands under, and then I deliver the collar to the other hand, like this, okay? You see, like Andy's trying to stand up. I'm in this position. In the meantime, if I keep the hand on the floor, okay, I can start escaping my hip. Once I escape my hip, now my hand goes here, and then I'll grab here. Try to go back, and he's trying to wizard my arm. He's trying to go back like that. So my goal right now is to push both of my arms forward, and I'll chop this leg here, okay? Like this. And at the same time, I'm looking for my hook, you see that? I don't care if you hop over my bottom leg, okay? Go back. If I'm on this position, stand up, go back, everything. Yes. So if I go like this and step over my leg, probably it's gonna be a little bit harder for me to come up, you see? Because now his kneecap is on the floor instead of his belly, okay? So go back. So it's a must for me to chop his leg as I open my guard, like this. And then start going to the back. It works really well. It's very strong, okay? Don't need. So I close the guard. We're here. I'm gonna open my lapel like that. He's gonna hug me, right? And make sure he delivered the lapel right there under my arms. So now look, there's no space between me and him. He's gonna use the free hand to pass the other side, like that, and then deliver the lapel. Once he makes his grip, I'm trying to stand up. That's when Andy chopped my leg, like this, and I start going to my back. Okay, it's very powerful. And now he can flat me on the floor here, and go for a reverse Americana if he wants. Okay, wait. Yeah. Put your elbow on the floor. Put your elbow on the floor. Yeah, right there. Now lift my elbow. Like elbow? No, my arm. Sorry, my hand. Yeah, like that. Okay.
I didn't see. I was getting submitted.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you felt strong.
Yeah. So it's very simple. Once you get both hands on the collar, it's gonna be so easy for you to do it. Okay. Even if your opponent is trying to posture up, so if you're here and your opponent's trying to posture up, you just deliver the lapel here, okay, like this. And now look, you go with your back on the floor, and at the same time escape your hips and chopping the leg. So you go like this, and start coming on top. Worst case scenario, he can turn fast, and I'll be on top of him like this, you know. Most of the time, I'm on his back. All right, so then other way for you to take the back similar, very similar, instead of using the lapel, so you can use that no-gi, okay? So I'm here with Andy, and I'll try to dive my arms under. So I'll cross my armpit on his armpit. Okay, so I'm here fighting Andy, I go like this, okay? So once I bring him to the floor, he's gonna try to come back. Make sure I keep my armpit heavy and my arm heavy on his back right here. So now I do the same thing. Instead of trying to climb to the back, I chop my bottom leg on his knee, like this. And then I start getting on top of him. Same thing. And I get here, 1, 2. You see, I only know this side. I don't know the other side. All right, Andy, go again. You. Me? Yeah, it's very similar, but it just like climb under with both arms, like crossing the arm. So right here, closed guard. Usually people open the guard because they don't know what to do from closed guard, but those will be great attacks for you. So you cross, and then you sit up like this. It's like, I'm trying to go back, look. If you can't put the hands off your opponent, if you can't put the hands off your opponent on the floor, you just spin to the back. Yeah, just like that. You're gonna end up on the back, okay? But if your opponent kind of like put the hands like this on the floor, it's a little bit harder for you to climb the back. Especially because sometimes your opponent tries to control this leg, try to go my back. He's gonna control, you can't go. That's why I chop the knee here. Like this, and then I start climbing the back. Okay? Then you go. And you can use the hands on the floor if you don't have talent. I'm just joking.
I'm a hard worker.
Hard work. You guys so talented. All right, so you understand? So try to not have the hands on the floor. Try to keep the hands on your opponent the whole time. It's kind of like you're climbing a tree, you know, like going around. You guys got it? So the first one, use the lapel, right? And then you bring him and chop the leg. The second one, you go around. You got it? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. Every time I'm going to the back from the close guard, let's say like the position that Professor Orlando showed, you like dragging the arm like this and hugging the back. You know, sometimes I try to climb the back. I'm trying to sit up here and I try to bring this leg like all the way, but you see like he's always with his belly, like his shin and knees are on the floor, okay? And if I do that, like his back is gonna be so far from me. So that's why I use my hamstring right on his knee here. I kick as a scissor sweep. And at the same time, I bring him forward. I go like this. Because now his belly is on the floor. Until he's trying to recompose himself, like it's too late. I'm gonna start like getting the hook so easy. Okay? As I do that, I'm looking for the hook. You understand? So in every time you find yourself in situations where you're almost on the back, like this situation here happens a lot, or with this arm like grabbing like this, you know, and you need to go to the back. It's hard for you to just like climb up. Okay? It can happen, but sometimes your opponent, like I said, he's gonna try to hold your bottom leg. If you hold my leg here, sometimes because my leg is outside, okay, my right foot is outside, I can't go to his back. That's why I like to push him forward like this and then start going to his back. And the good news here is that his belly is on the floor, so I'm flattening. We call this like spreading the chicken, which doesn't make any sense, but that's we call like, it's kind of like you're smashing like the chicken on the floor, right? Like spreading the guy, then you go here. Every time he's closing like this, so not getting tapped, like either here or crossing like this, okay? Right there going, try to defend. Like if he goes like this, I go on the wrist. I always try to open his arms like this, okay? And then from here, look, I put my hand inside here, my forearm inside, try to go with your hand again there, then I start going for the neck here, you know? Because if I try to open and try to go back, it's gonna bring the hand against my hand again. So I go here, okay? I go like this. Same thing when I go here, I need to open his hands. Cross your hands, and if you cross the hands like this, I'm looking for the top hand first, and then the other hand here. I don't go straight to the neck. I try to like open his arms like this. I start bringing the arms up, okay? So I slide his hands up in this case. If he's right here, I just like, okay? But if he's crossing, I go like here, okay? And one thing I do here, sometimes I put this arm under this arm and then I grab here. I put the arm under like this. Try to bring your hands to your, yeah, you can't, so now I put my hand here and I go for the neck. Because the problem is the hands on the neck, so fighting with your hands, right? So you try to keep his hands far, all right? So let's work a little bit more, but now the person who's defending, after you set up the grips, like try to like resist, and then you're gonna start having other tools, okay? I see some of you having a problem. Like let's say you go here, make sure you're grabbing as a baseball bat. So when you grab the collar here, you go like this. Okay, you can go like this, right? Whatever you feel comfortable, you grab it like a baseball bat. Don't go like both hands up, okay? All right. And whoever is defending, of course, if you pass the arm to the other side, look, now I have free access to his back, right? So usually the person who's on top, they're gonna fight to keep this hand here. That's why I need to bring him forward and chop the leg. So one, I need to make his hand post on the floor. Two, I need his belly on the floor when I kick the leg here. Like this. See? That's what I'm doing. So, in the other situation, same way. Okay? Maybe this is the peekaboo, whatever. Right? Can be called like peekaboo. Okay. So you go like, oh, you can't see me anymore, you know? So now I'm like going to the back. Okay? So he's gonna try to go back, try to posture. Go ahead and try. Yes. Just keep here. Now I can use the hand on the floor, let me grab here. You can grab the gi right now here. And it's like chopping the leg. You see? When I chop the leg, I force his belly to go to the floor. And then I keep as much weight as I can on my arm. He tries to stand up. He may be gonna stand up the legs, but not the chest. So if I keep his chest on the floor, it's easier for me to attack his back, to access his back. Okay? So just be more using more resistance right now when you're here on top. Okay? So the way I escape the hips, I can use my foot on the floor to escape, or I can keep my legs closed. I just like shake a little bit and I get here. Okay? If I go from here, maybe I'll get stuck with this arm, but I could do from here too. Like that, but you see, like it's hard for me to go to his back right now. So it's better for me if I pass my hand here. to this side. Fighting, like fighting Gogo. I'm just here chilling, right? Then I go. It's very strong, I'm telling you. Okay. All right, so that's doing that back and forth, but with more resistance. You guys have any question?
Could you just show that sequence one more time where you're like locking your arms in place?
Oh, when they're on the back? Yes. So if I'm here, okay, I find myself here and just fighting to go with his knees on the floor, right? So going, so I start like bring his hands up and then I underhook the tricep and then I grab here, the tricep the other side like this. Going to fight and then I just stay here. Okay, you got it? Then I go right here between head and arm, so go for the choke. Grabbing the collar. And again, like another trick right here, knees on the floor, kneel. Stand up. So when you grab the collar, I mentioned that before, if you grab with all 4 fingers, sometimes it's hard for you to choke. So you can grab like this, just 2 fingers. You feel like more comfortable on the grip, believe me. Okay, so you go like this, like a bird grip, let's say, right here. And then you choke like this. It's hard to break my grip. It's harder for him to break my grip. So when I grab like this, you're probably gonna like break your grip, you know what I mean? So right here, it's a little bit harder. Then you can finish him. And you're gonna feel more comfortable on your wrists too. All right? All right, 1, 2, 3.